Good morning, children. Today we will learn the Narayana Life Classes key of class 9th dated 4th. So 4th July dated Narayana Life Classes key of class 9th. What is the topic? Social Studies Hydrosphere. Social Studies Hydrosphere, right children? So today we are going to learn about the key. Yesterday what we have learned, that is in the previous class we have learned about the hydrological cycle. And today we will learn about the relief of the oceans. Relief of the oceans. The relief of the oceans, it contains, you know very well, that is continental shelf, continental slope, abyssal plain, and the trenches. The trenches. This is the total structure of the oceans. So now, children, based upon that, the assignment has been designed. The first question. What is the first question? Continental shelf. What is the area that is occupied by it? That is 7.6%. 7.6%. Continental slope. Continental slope. It is occupying 15%. Abyssal plain. It is occupying 78.8%. Trenches are known as the oceanic deeps. See here, in the oceans, if the land is like this, then the water will start like this. The water will be starting like this. So this is known as the continental, this particular area, this is known as the continental slope. And this is on the abyssal plain. And in that, if you have any deep scar, I think that is called as the trenches. So that is correct only. Trench means ocean deeps, that is correct. And the area that is occupied by the continental shelf 7.6% and continental slope is 15%, and the next one is abyssal plain. Abyssal plain, what is the percent they have given? 78.8%. How much percentage they have given? 78.8%, but actually it is occupying only 76.2%. It is occupying 76.2%. Hence the mismatch is C. The mismatch is C. What is that? That is abyssal plain. Abyssal plain, and that is 78.8%. That is the round one, because it is having how much of area? 76.2%. Right, children? And the line joining the points on the seabed at an equal vertical distance beneath the surface are. If the seabed is like this, the lines that are joining vertically with the equal length, what do we call them as? We call them as the isobars. What do we call them as the isobars? That is option B, isobar. Option B, that is isobar. And the lines that join the areas having the same amount of the salinity, they are called as the isohalines. Isobars means, you know, that they connect the areas having the same amount of the atmospheric pressure. Okay, isobars, that is only a simple thing, nothing is there. So that is thing, children, that is B, isobars is the right answer. Now coming on the next one, that is the oceans are the saline bodies. Already you know. What is the average salinity of the ocean bodies? Usually the average salinity of the ocean bodies, they are measured in parts per thousand. Parts per thousand. That means we will be representing like this, that the percentage, no? Beside that one, the thousand. That is representing the parts per thousand. So the average salinity of the ocean water is 35 parts per thousand. 35 parts per thousand. That is option A. 35 parts per thousand. 35 parts per thousand. Option A is the right answer. Right, children? And I already told you, the lines that join the salinity, the amount of the equal amount of the salinity in a ocean, what do we call them as? We call them as the isohalines. Option B, isohalines. Isohalines. These are the lines that join the areas of the seas having the same amount of the salinity, same amount of the salinity. So among all these parts, the one particular part it is having the rock minerals, natural gas, petroleum resource like that. In which part of this ocean we have the rock or mineral oil or the petroleum or the natural gas like that. We find all these things in the areas of the continental shelf. In the areas of the continental shelf means near to the land part, that is the continental shelf areas. So these are the MCQ children. Now let us learn about that salinity of the ocean waters. Why do you think that the oceans are saline in nature? Why the ocean waters are salty in nature? See, the first and the most important thing is as a part of its course, the rivers will bring down the sodium chloride. The sodium chloride NaCl will be brought down by the rivers. NaCl by rivers is brought down and joins into the oceans. That is the first one. And the second one is due to the volcanic eruptions. Due to the volcanic activity and volcanic eruptions and at the same time that is hydrothermal vents. Due to the hydrothermal vents also this particular salt will be released into the ocean waters. That is this NaCl is released into the waters. Later due to the evaporation, when the water evaporates, what happens? The salt remains. The salt remains as a residue. That is the reason that the ocean water is saline in nature. The ocean water is saline in nature. See here, the NaCl, that is because the rivers as they are washing down or weathering down the rocks and other materials, it brings down a huge amount of the NaCl. It brings down a huge amount of the NaCl and deposits down into the oceans. That is the first thing. Along with the volcanic eruptions and also due to the hydrothermal activity also through the vents also this particular NaCl is released. Due to evaporation only salt will be remaining there. Like that the salinity of the oceans are increasing. And the next question is what do you know about the oceanic trenches? Oceanic trenches means they are the ocean deeps, very deep inside the surface, inside the oceans or the seas. We find the scar-like thing that is called as the ocean trenches or ocean deeps, and we find them very deep below 6,000 meters. Below 6,000 meters, and very surprisingly, most of these trenches are located near the continents only, not in the middle of the oceans, but they are located near to the continents. So only with the help of these trenches, we are able to understand the plate movements, how the plates are moving, that is continental plates. How they are moving, we are able to understand with the help of these trenches only. With the help of these trenches, and we have find so many trenches, and until now 57 trenches are there. In that the Mariana Trench, that is in the Pacific, is the largest trench with a depth of 11,022 meters. What is the trench? Mariana Trench with a depth of 11,022 meters. Okay children, tomorrow we will meet with one more assignment key. Until then children, good day. Thank you.